Hey guys, this is Gundam here. Just wanted to give you guys another update to the collection. Figure we could run through everything considering the last video it was just a contest entry, so I briefed over a lot of things, but I've added quite a few new figures to the collection, specifically in the Federation section, and then over here in our Destiny selection, we have added a couple more things. So just figured I'd take the chance today, go through everything, and show you guys what I got. So I figured we can start from top to bottom. That might make it a little easier. Don't mind Star Wars stuff for the Abrams tanks. But up here we've got the Albion, we've got the Lily Marlene, and then the Peer Gynt or Peer Nint. I've been told it's pronounced both ways. We have a Zacrello, 3 big rows. I love those figures. And then coming down here, I guess we can start with the support craft for the Federation. So I have an assortment of launches right there. And then we have our tin cods. I've got 3 fighters of those, 2 jet core boosters. We have about 8 core fighters. We have about 5 jet core booster 2s. 3 of the core fighter 2. And then I have 5 of the full Burnian core fighter 2. One of those is the battle scarred right here. And then we have about 5 of the base jabbers that the Jagans use in Char's counterattack. And then coming down here to our Federation, first of 5 shelves. You guys can, if you go back to my first video, this has come a long way. So just starting over here, we have a couple American GMs. We have 7 American GMs. 8 American GMs, 3 Japanese GMs. These are all version 1s, by the way. We have a Japanese version 1 Gundam, 2 real-type American release version 1 Gundams. We have a American G3 version 1, and then we have 7 version 1.5 Gundams. These are all being turned into GM 1.5s of variant degrees according to Joshua Gandamu's specifications. So I really appreciate all the work he's done making his customs. He's been a great influence. And then we have 7 red gun cannons. One is 109 here, and the others behind him are 108s. Those 2 back there are Japanese. And then we have 2 real-type gun cannons. Josh Cerna's custom-colored purple gun cannon. And then my land combat GM, not to be confused with the official variation. I just don't have a proper name for this unit. But it's essentially a high-mobility GM on the ground. Akin to the high-mobility ground-type Zaku, if you will. And then we have my GM version 2s. These have been a great addition to the collection. So I believe we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 complete GM version 2s. And then I have 2 makeshift GMs. These will be converted into GM Sniper Customs at a certain point once I complete the current project I am on. We have a G3 Gundam. This is Gundam the Ride Edition. We have a C3 Gundam with mixed parts. It is complete. It's just I was playing around with colors for my own variation, but I do have a complete C3 Gundam. And then we have an American version 2 Gundam. And then we have 3 Japanese version 2 Gundams, and then there is the mixed assortment pieces over there, so sort of another variant on the C3 Gundam. We have 3 prototype Gundam version 2s, Titan's Colors Gundam version 2, and 3 real type extended MSIA RX-8-2s. We have 2 Alex Gundams equipped with armor, 2 without. We have the G04 and G05 Gundam, and then we have 5 full armor Gundams. I love these figures. Every time I get another one, it's just never enough. I need more of him. And then we have our ground type collection bleeding over into the 0083 Stardust memory suits. So we'll start over here. We have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 regular colored ground type GMs. We have 3 custom colored ones over there with mixed parts from ground type Gundams. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 complete GM sniper ground types, and then a mixed assortment here of a ground type Gundam with the standard shield loadout configuration based off of a couple other people's ideas for how that is implemented. And then we have our ground type Gundams. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, and 15 complete ground type Gundams. One of these is Japanese. He's somewhere in the back. We have 2 complete Karen Joshua's GM heads, both Japanese. 2 GM head ground Gundams with various parts. So they are complete other than their shoulders, which are pulled from the Death Scythe Gundam. And then we have another Josh Cerna custom ground type Gundam. It's more a green tan. It comes out as more of a brown in person. It's an excellent figure. Then we have the Japanese EZ8, 3 American EZ8, so they're the more yellowish tan, closer to the desert colors, but not quite. And then we have 4 desert colored ground Gundams. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 complete ground Gundams, battle scarred, a green variation, again based off of Josh Cerna, his great custom work. And then we have a custom ground type battle scarred with the Gundam 1.5 battle scarred head and shoulders. We have the battle scarred GPO-1 full Burnian. We have 1, 2, 3 version 1 GPO-1 Zephranaces ground type equipment, a full Burnian here, standard, and 2 version 2 GPO-1s. And then coming down here, we're finishing off our 0083 collection, bleeding over into the Titans. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 GM Customs, 5 GM Cannon 2s. The 5th one is hiding back there. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 complete Hyzaks in Federation colors, not Titans colors. Titans colors is the green variation, I believe. And then we have a custom Hyzak here. I'm attempting to turn this into either a double Zeta era Xeon captured Hyzak, or it's going to end up as a Hyzak custom. Let me know what you guys would prefer. I can do both. And then we have 3 Marisai standard colors. We have 3 Garibaldi Betas standard colors for Federation. We have 2 of the Titans colors test team Marisais, and I have 2 of the Garibaldi back there. And then we have, obviously, the TR1 Hazel Custom. I plan on purchasing the other 2 Hazels this month, the 2 variations that they have. And then we have 4 of the Unit 1 Gundam Mark II. These are going to be turned into Barzam Custom units, based off of the New Decides variation from Gundam Sentinel. I'm just going to move the O real quickly so you guys can get a better view. We have 3 standard colored Ashimars and 1 green divers colors Ashimar and Gates' Boundock. And the version 2 Japanese release GPO-2. So this is the one that stores the beam sabers in the hips, has the larger shield and larger bazooka. It does not have the missile firing variation, which is just a recolor of the version 1. Coming down here, we have our additional support craft for the atmospheric combat. For the Federation, we have 3 gun parries. All 3 are complete. We have an assortment of hover trucks, so I believe we have about 4, 8... We have about 12. One of them is missing a turn. These 3 right here are the battle scarred variations. We have 6 of the Type 61 attack tank and the flying armor for the Gundam Mark II. Coming down here, we're going to have the remainder of our mobile suits for the Federation for the most part. And I've got one more shelf to go over for more additional support craft. So we have 4 standard colored gun tanks. We have a real type gun tank. We have the new Gundam's base jabber. We have a custom red and custom black colored ball units. Both are Federation symbols. And then we have 9 of the standard color RB ball. We have a Japanese Jagan, an American Jagan, the Rigazi, the Double Zeta, and 3 more American Jagans. We have the extended MSI New Gundam, the regular MSI New Gundam, and the heavy weapon system New Gundam. Over here we have the rest of our AUG forces. We have a version 1 Zeta Gundam, another version 1 Zeta Gundam, the extended MSIA Zeta Gundam, the extended MSIA Mark II, extended Hyaku Shiki, the Methis, and 2 Red Rick Dias. To expand on the Zeta era suits, I have already purchased all 3 variations of the Cubile. So that's Haman Khan's Cubile, and both of the Peru's Cubile Mark IIs. Those will be arriving next month. I'll probably do a video unboxing them or just showing off what's arrived. And then we have 6 of the G Fighter from the TV series. And then we have the Rigaz's flying armor. So we're going to return to the top for the Zeon section. We're going to go over their support craft here, and then we'll go over some of the larger material and head over to the Destiny collection. So over here we have 6 Lagoons. We have the Gattle spacecraft. And then I have 3 Magella top cannons without their Magella bases. So if anyone has the tank section without the head unit, they're willing to sell it to me, I would greatly appreciate that. And then we have our Zeon Air Superiority. So they have about 8 standard colored DOP fighters. This is Dozel Zabi's DOP fighter and Garma Zabi's DOP fighter. They came with their version 2 figures. We have 3 standard Dodais and a Dodai 2. And then coming here, we have our version 1 section of the Zeon forces. So over here, we have a battle-scarred Zaku 1, a Japanese Zaku 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 standard color American Zaku 1s. We have 2 Zaku 2s with Zaku 1 shoulders. We have a Japanese Rambo-Ral and 2 American Rambo-Rals, 3 Black Tri-Stars, all Zaku 1s. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 standard colored version 1 Zaku 2s. We have 3 camouflage Zaku 2s, one with a Char's Red version 2 shoulder. We have 2 of the version 1 first release Char Zaku, so they're the pink. We have 2 of the True Red version second release Zaku 2 Char Custom, 2 Japanese Zaku 2s, and a Japanese Char Zaku 2, and then a final version 1 with 2 spiked shoulders. This one has the modification to the skirt armor to provide him more flexibility. And then we have 3 American Johnny Ridden Zaku 2s high mobility types. We have 4 of the Black Tri-Star Zaku 2 high mobility types. This is the R1 variation, so they do not have the armor on the ankles, or the calves, I should say. And then the front one here has the Zaku 1 shoulder. And then in the front here, we have the Japanese Johnny Ridden high mobility Zaku 2 version 1. We have 2 GUF customs. These are the American variation, so they're more true blue, sky blue, if you will, versus the Japanese variation, which is a paler blue. You have a Japanese GUF. I hope I called these GUF customs. And then we have 4 American release GUFs behind the Japanese one here. And then we have 4 Gyans, all complete. We have a Zuda spare unit hiding in the corner here. And then we have the Japanese GUF custom. So as you can kind of see here, it is a paler blue. We have a Japanese Dom, 3 American Doms, and another Japanese Dom in the back there, all standard colors. We have 3 Desert Doms. They've been modified with the cannon backpack. These are all going to get turned into Dom Cannon 2s. I'm still deciding if I'll do the K1 type or the K2 type, so single cannon or the multi-cannon. You guys let me know what I should do. And then we have an American Zoc and 2 Japanese Zocs, 2 American Gogs, and then we have the American release Char Zagok and Japanese release Char Zagok. Mixed parts Zagok here. We have 4 standard color Zagoks, 2 Hawkeyes. I believe this variation is the Japanese. Yes, these 2 are Japanese, and the 3 back there are American. We have 3 version 2 Zaku 2s, Yumiko Shaku's pink, translucent Zaku 2, Shin Matsunaga's high mobility Zaku 2. Then we have Elliot Lem's Zaku 2, 2 of them. And then we have Dozel, Char, and Garma's Zaku 2's version 2. I have 7 of the real type EMSIA Zaku 2. The front one here is with the Commander Horn. Then we have Char's extended MSI Zaku 2. 3 Japanese Kempfers, 1 American Kempfer here in the front, and the Castle Rim Daikun Gundam version 2. two Zeongs standard, and then both of these are American, and then this is the Battle Scarred American release Zeong. And then we're going to come over here to the Gelgoog. So we have Gato's Gelgoog, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 standard Gelgoogs. Char's Gelgoog up there in the back. And then 2 Char's Gelgoogs mixed with standard Gelgoog parts. So just variations there. And then extended msia Gelgoog with Char skirting. Johnny Ridden's version 1 Gelgoog, 2 Japanese Gelgoog cannons, and another mixed parts Gelgoog back there. So it's got a Gelgoog cannon backpack and a mix of Gato, Char, and standard parts. Coming over here, we're going to have our Dom version 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 version 2 Doms, 2 version 2 Rick Doms. We have 3 Zommels, 2 version 1 GPO2s, and a Battle Scarred variation. And then down here, we're going to have our Japanese release Gallop and 3 American release Gallops. And finally, we're going to have our Magella attack tanks. So we're going to have 8 standard Magella attack tanks, and then this Zaku tank right here. We're going to have 2 of the lime green Gyaradogas and 2 of the true forest green Gyaradogas. We're going to have Quest's Jagdoga, 2 variations of Gune's Jagdoga, so the yellow variant and the gold variant. Quest's is the silver variant, by the way. And then we're going to have Resin's Gyaradoga and the Sazabi version 1. And coming up here, we're going to have the Dendrobium Unit 1, the Elmith, the Psycho Gundam, the Devil Gundam. So technically the Ultimate Gundam right here, and then 2 of the Final Form Devil Gundams. The Big Zom, the Destroy Gundam. This is the HCM Pro variation, and my second Dendrobium. And then we're going to have the Kasi Gundam, Space Battleship Yamato, Yamato itself, and another battleship, but they're not here. We're not here for them. We're going to have our, these are going to be some of the model kits that I have. So we have the Atmospheric Flight Base Jabber that appears in Unicorn. We have another Musai, and the Core Fighter for the GPO3. I believe that's from the Master Grade. We have the Origin Gun Tank Early Type, and then a couple other kits right here. I believe this is the Glacier Exia from Build Fighters, and it has one of the support packs from Build Divers behind it. We have the Atlas Gundam with a Ground Type S Gundam, the Fixed Figuration GPO2 equipped with Beam Bazooka, some other assortment of figures. These are from Mecha Warrior, old tabletop game. And then we're just going to go ahead and come over here. So we'll head over here to the 00 collection. So we still have 9 Tierans ground types. We have the Virtue Gundam, Exia, Nodle, and 3 Dynamis Gundams. We have the Throne Eins, 2 of them, and Throne Zwei. I do not have Throne Drei just yet. More for a lack of trying and no real interest in getting it just yet. We have 4 of the Baku. We have 4 of Miguel's Jin. And then we have a standard Jin. This front Miguel's Jin right here has his emblem on it, the skull and crossbones. And then we have 2 of the Buster Gundam, 1 Blitz, 1 Duel, 1 Freedom Gundam. This is the, I guess, the version 1, because there is also an extended MSIA variation. We have 2 of the standard Guaz, and then we have 6 Guaz R's hiding behind the 2 Providence Gundams as the other 3. We have 3 of the Savior Gundam, 1 Justice Gundam Extended MSIA, 1 Chaos Gundam back there, 3 of the Force Impulse Gundams, and then 1 Sword Impulse. Blast Impulse has been purchased and will be arriving shortly. We have 3 of the Zaku Warrior Standard Colors, 1 Lunamaria Hawk Zaku Warrior, Heine Westenfluss Zaku Phantom, and then we have Izak Zaku Phantom. Coming down here, we have Heine Westenfluss's Goof Ignited and 3 of the standard colored Goof Igniteds. We have the Gaia Gundam, 4 of the support pack for the Impulse. We have the standard color Sky Grasper, and we have 3 of the Kate. We have 3 of the Kate Madigan colors Sky Graspers. So these were special release figures or fighters. And then we have 2 of the Akatsuki Gundam. We have 4 of the Dark Dagger L's. We have 5 Dagger L's standard colors, 2 Neo Roanoke Wyndhams, and 6 Strike Daggers. We have a Strike Nor extended MSI in the back, Frankenstein's Astray sitting behind him, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 standard Strike Gundams. 2 of those Strike Gundams, these 2 right here, have the Goof Ignited legs. The 2 back there, one is equipped with the sword strike equipment and the other the launcher. This front one right here has God Gundam's head, Goof Ignited arms, and Virtue shoulders, and Goof Ignited legs. This one is a custom Osprey dual shoulder equipped Strike Gundam, and then we have the Strike Rouge. This is the Sea Destiny variant, so it does not have the emblem on the shoulder. There's 2 releases of the Strike Rouge, one with the Ale Pack that does have the symbol, and this one that comes with the sword and launcher. Then we have our G Gundams down here. We have 2 Rose Gundams, 1 Maxter, 1 Dragon Gundam, and 2 Bolt Gundams, 2 Shining Gundams, 1 that has activated the next phase. It's not in hyper mode just yet. And then we have the Neros Gundam, 2 Rising Gundam, 2 of the Royal Gundams, or John Bull, depending on your translation. We have a Hyper Mode Master Gundam, a Standard Master Gundam, the Asura Gundam, and Funsaiki, and Mandala Gundam. I think that's his name. I could be wrong. We have 4 of the Dark Army equipped with their legs. And then coming down here, we have the Wing Collection. We have a version 2 Wing Gundam, version 1 Wing Gundam, version 2 Heavy Arms, a gold variant of the version 1 and 2 of the yellow, gold variant version 1 of the Sandrock, the version 2 Sandrock, 2 Shenlong version 1s, we have the gold variant of the Death Scythe, and then we have the Death Scythe Hell TV variation. We have the Ultron version 2, 2 more of the Ultron, these are the version 1s, Epion version 1, Wing Zero version 1, Tallgeese 2, Tallgeese 1, 2 purple Space Leos and 3 ground type Leos green variation. We have 1 yellow Heavy Arms Endless Waltz variation, 2 gold, and 1 Battle Scarred in the back there. And we have 2 of the Maganat Core units. We have the Sandrock Endless Waltz variation with cloak and without. This front one here is the gold variant. Then we have Death Scythe Hell, Endless Waltz variation. We have Nataku with the yellow, and we have Nataku with the gold variation, and 1 more Epion here. And then we have the Endless Waltz Wing Zero, yellow variation, and gold variation. And then coming down here, sort of spare parts, a couple more little extra goodies that we have. Obviously, we got a bear guy here. We have 2 customs that I'm currently working on, some spare part units, a spare Gallop that's currently missing quite a few pieces. And these are kind of the, I guess, the graveyard of my collection. So mostly just units waiting to either give up their parts, gain parts to be added to the main collection. So if anyone has any Alex Beam Sabers or equipment, a new head, I could use it. Ground type shoulders, I definitely need. And, you know, version 2 joints are always appreciated. Then over here we have the Code Geass Burai. And then we have the fixed figuration or Xeonography Goku Cannon, the Mudrock Gundam fixed figuration. From New King Gista, we have the G Self, we have the 00 Quanta and 007 Swords. And then we have the Nuts and Bolts Goof Custom that I have here, a couple other vehicles. We have 2 of the Rakai Loom. And then here we have a couple more model kits in Gashapon or... I forget what they're called, but they're sort of like a soft vinyl figures. So we have a Zaku 2 and a Dom. We have the F91 Harrison Martin colors fighting the Victory 2. We have the Phoenix, the Osprey Red Frame, the GM Striker. And he's a little hard to see back there, but there is, in fact, a Barzam. And then we have the Blue Destiny Unit 3. We have the Hazel 2. This is the Advanced Hazel 2. We have the Origin Local Type North American Deployment Gundam. We have a Desert Colors Nemo, a GM3, the Origins Early Production Gun Cannon, a GMC Type, and another Nemo there in Desert Colors. Then we have our Blue Destiny Unit 1, high grade, and then we have the Robot Damashi Strike Gundam, Buster Gundam, Age 1 Normal, Throne Ein's High Grade from Iron Blood Orphans, backing up the Kamaris Trooper High Grade, and then we have the Age 1 Titus and Nanoskin Colors Turn A also back there as well. I have the special unicorn that glows in a black light, Robot Damashi version 2 essentially, and then the standard version 2, the Robot Damashi New Gundam, Master Grade Heavy Arms Endless Waltz. We have the Banshee, we have Angelo Sapper's Gyaradoga, and the Master Grade Epion, and Robot Damashi Sinanju. We have the Testament Gundam, the Crossbone Full Cloth, the X2 Kai, Harrison Martin's Robot Damashi Skull Hearts Edition, the Alvaron, the Double X, and the Dual equipped with Assault Shroud, and there is a Victory Gundam there as well, along with a Denenzon from F91. I do believe that basically covers it. There's a couple other small assortment of items that I have here, so just some smaller figures, Assault Kingdoms, SD, and special releases, but I just wanted to show off, you know, the main part of the collection. I hope you guys liked it. There's still a lot more that I'm trying to add to the collection, a lot of Zeta Gundam, Double Zeta, and a couple other special release figures. If there's any figures in particular that you guys want me to review, I am going to start trying to review figures now. Specifically some figures that, you know, as much as I try and scour YouTube, there doesn't appear to be any reviews for them. So a lot of the Destiny figures are kind of like that, and I figure I have the opportunity to give you guys a look at them. Tell me what you guys think, any suggestions, any custom ideas I should be working on. Let me know, and thank you guys very much. I don't know why you stuck around for a almost 30-minute video about a guy showing off his obsession with toys. Alright, bye.